From its title to its rich world, Fire Emblem Three Houses is about decisions. There's decisions to make on which house's story you want to follow, who you want to make friends with, how you want to spend your time in the monastery, and much more, with all these things requiring a level of strategy as they affect how your party and the world around you grows. It's these decisions that make it feel as though you're a part of a big journey, and from its opening moments till its end credits and even well after, thanks to a wealth of things to do, feeling like your decisions are meaningful in this journey make the already interesting and multifaceted world somehow feel even better. If you're a fan of Fire Emblem, tactical RPGs, lovable characters, and great stories, Fire Emblem Three Houses is a must-play, and it's reminded me just how fun tactical RPGs can be in its rich tale that always has another reason to dive in deeper. Fire Emblem Three Houses is set on the continent of Fodlan, which is essentially divided into three fractions with the Garrickmark Monastery in the middle. After a series of events, the protagonist is appointed the new teacher of the monastery's officers' academy, and given the choice of deciding which one of the three fractions to help, from the Black Eagles, the Blue Lions, and the Golden Deer, with this decision being one of the first big ones you make in Three Houses. Your house decision affects how the story plays out, and while there's a core to the story where certain events will happen in each, it's what I describe as different parts of the same die, as it definitely splits off and focuses on what's happening to whichever side you chose. I went with the Golden Deer for my first playthrough and was very happy with my decision, as I liked the group and their ideals a lot, and by the end of the game, it really felt like my house, as the game does a good job of making your character feel like a meaningful part of the group too. While I love my Golden Deers, the struggles and crosspots in the story mean there's plenty of reasons to play the others after you finish your first playthrough, and I really want to see how things could have gone in future by diving down the rabbit hole with the Black Eagles and the Blue Lions and seeing their role in the game's twists and turns. The Golden Deer story took me about 50 hours, and I'm sure the others could be a similar length depending on how much time you spend in its gameplay portions, but it's a testament to how good this story was that I'd be more than willing to play again with one of the other groups, and I like that my Golden Deer experience was satisfying enough, yet I can be excited knowing that I can get something new from whatever route I decide to play next. Increasing your feeling of being a part of the group are the activities in Gameflow you experience as a teacher at Garrickmark. Gameflow usually involves starting the week tutoring your students on how to grow based on their goals, then days passed in between with random monastery events, and also students wanting to talk to you that can increase support, and finally, at the end of the week, you get a day off to do whatever you'd like. There's so many things you can do on that final day that I initially didn't know what to do with myself. If you use the Explore option, you can do things like eat meals with characters that will motivate them more in class, do quests to unlock more shops and things to do, partake in jewels, go fishing, get tutored, try recruit other house members, and even have tea with people to raise their support levels. Although you're limited by the amount of activity points you have, it can feel like a big playground, but all these things are actually a bunch of great tools to help you achieve whatever goal you have for your party. For example, my first big goal was to recruit as many other party members as I could, and thanks to being able to get tutored on the map to help me fulfill stat requirements, and then being able to take potential classmates out to tea, these days off became quite valuable as it gave me a lot of control over achieving that goal, so there's a lot you can achieve if you use these days wisely. The Explore option has the most things you can do, however, you can also take seminars to raise a bunch of party members' skills at once, do practice battles, and even rest to raise motivation for everyone. So with so much to do, it felt good to have the freedom and control to make the exact kind of party I wanted, whether it's with running around the map or using the other options. Speaking of parties, the final part of Gameflow is usually an end-of-month mission that progresses the main story, where you can see all your hard work come to fruition in Fire Emblem Three Houses' tactical battle system, which is easily the best tactical system I've played in a long time. Like most tactical RPGs, battles are set across a grid, and with a variety of classes, you do battle based on a variety of goals, ranging from routing an enemy to protecting an area depending on the battle. Since this was my first Fire Emblem on a home console, what made Three Houses feel so great for me was how big its sprawling fields felt, as while I'm not sure if the fields were any bigger than the ones I might have played with in Awakening, different areas on the map such as ones covered in fog or maze-like corridors really took advantage of the new 3D visuals and were more immersive to play with as well, as they always added in a bit of strategy. There are a few new elements as well, such as enemy rushing gambits and equipping a partner character if your professor level is high enough, and while I didn't use these features too much, they were particularly fun to watch and benefit a lot from the new visual style. This is on top of a bunch of general quality of life improvements, such as units generally just looking better, being able to better see enemies that are targeting you, and being able to view the field from different angles, and all these things together made everything feel like a bigger and better Fire Emblem. While it's not a downside for me, the only potential downside I could think of was the difficulty, since I'm pretty sure I played with a similar one in Fire Emblem Awakening, yet I found Three Houses a little easier as I never got a game over. A lot of this was thanks to the new Divine Pulse feature that lets you rewind battle and switch up a couple of moves, which in a game like Fire Emblem can make a big difference, and there were a few times where I would have got a game over, and the game prompted me to rewind with Divine Pulse, so while I'm sure it's possible to get a game over, this feature does make things much easier. I was playing on a lower difficulty anyway, so I didn't mind that much, but if you're someone who likes a challenge in your tactical RPGs, I would recommend trying some of the harder modes, and thankfully there's a few different combinations of difficulty to choose from that can give more challenge and variety for future playthroughs as well. A big part of what makes Fire Emblem Three Houses so great is how it nails its core game flow with deep systems for making the best party you can. And other than the actual party building aspect of teaching your units to be the best they can be, there's a personal touch in that all these parts help you get close with characters in the process. From instructing characters to exploring the monastery with them, everything you do involving a member of the cast raises your support level with them, and as you raise that level, you can unlock different support events that let you hear a piece of their backstory. Like other Fire Emblem games, these ranks go deep, as they're not just with you but can also be with each other. And while you can't say have characters have children with each other like other Fire Emblem games, you can create a lot of lasting friendships and budding romances as you get close with each character and have them get close with each other, which is a lot of fun to do and a great way to get to know everyone. There's also benefit to doing these for battles, as if supported units are next to each other on the field, they get a stat boost that gives you more incentive to do these events aside from the social aspect. But actually watching these scenes play out was a lot of fun too, as I think with the new 3D looks, the scenes ended up feeling very special with a touch of facial expressions and great voice acting, letting you really know how each character is feeling as they interact. Content-wise, I also really liked how you could get a real sense that these friendships were growing, as I noticed in some of mine that some secrets in the story get revealed a little earlier, and it was cool to see that some of the characters had already entrusted these to each other before they came into play, and this kind of thing made the friendships feel really authentic. These hidden backstories felt worth seeing as all the characters are so interesting, and there are characters I adore in each house, and I still have more I could get to know. There's more to each character that meets the eye every time, and it's what made me want to talk to everyone. Characters like Bernadetta, who doesn't want to leave her room, or Hilda's infamous laziness, or Sylvain's equally infamous womanizing may just seem like tropes when you first meet them, but going deeper into why they're like that always paid off and always ended up adding another layer to their personality. And credit has to be given to the amount of detail put into the way each character grows, as there wasn't one character that didn't have something to like and made getting to know them feel worth it. It's this kind of thought and depth that makes Three Houses so fun and replayable as well. I still want to deep dive into more of its characters, master more classes for battles, do more quests, and see if there's more to do, as I feel like there's always a stone left unturned in Three Houses, much like in its main story, that always ends up leading to something worthwhile. And with it all presented in such a wonderful way, from the gameplay, the visuals, and the gorgeous music that accompanies its world, it's a big intricate game that I could feel satisfied with if I put it down now since I've experienced something fun, but I also know I could get much more out of it both in hours and interesting gameplay if I keep playing it like I want to. Since the last Fire Emblem I played, Fire Emblem Three Houses is everything I loved about my first one and more, and its new home on the Switch really helps it shine. The attention to detail in battles, its costs, and everything you can do in the world feels rewarding thanks to how fun it is to do and how everything contributes to making a great party, with the quality and the amount of things to do in the world making it one that will be hard to put down. I'm really satisfied with the game after my first playthrough, but I know there are a lot of stones left unturned if I really want to dive deep into the world, and with such a dense and rich world to explore with characters that I love, I'm itching to get back to it again sometime soon, and it's definitely my new favorite Fire Emblem game. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know in the comments below if you've played Fire Emblem Three Houses, and if you have, what did you think of it? And of course, let me know which one of the 3 houses you chose, but Golden Deer for life. You can like and share this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to my channel for more JRPG content like this, and ring that bell to get notifications on whenever I post so you don't miss a thing. You can check out more videos here, and you can find me on social media on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, all at JRPG Jungle. Links to those will be in the description below, along with links to where you can pick up Fire Emblem Three Houses. And until next time, thank you, bye!